Before this video starts, I want to show you guys something really quick. Ready? Now, isn't this cool? I love it. What's up everybody, Tim Vix here and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about based on some complex calculations and deductions, I've arrived at a conclusion that if you are watching this video, then you have already cleared the first part of the admission process, and a massive congratulations to you for that. No, seriously, because I've been there and I know how stressful that entire process is, so you definitely deserve an applause and a pat on your back. And now you're waiting for an interview call and you're anxious about what are the different questions that you might have to face. And if you're someone who just randomly stumbled upon this video, then hi? No, I'm just kidding. Stick around because in this video I'm going to be giving you some suggestions and I'll also share my experience about this whole interview process. What were the different questions that I was asked? How did I face them? Stuff like that. Which is not specific to ESCP, but it might also be useful if you have an interview with any other university. So let's get started. The first thing that you need to know is that the interview is going to last for 30 to 40 minutes. I know you might have received a mail saying 25 to 30 minutes, but during the interview process, sometimes it tends to get extended. For me personally, it lasted for around 40 minutes. So yeah, expect it to go for 40 minutes. I had two members in the interview panel, a professor and a representative of the administration of ESCP. Both of them were really nice. They were very professional and most importantly, they were very friendly, which kind of made the process much easy for me. I was a bit stressed during the beginning of the interview, but they made me feel really comfortable. The questions that they asked in the interview were very simple, so you don't have to stress about anything. Just stay calm. The questions were oriented towards my CV, my goals, and my interests. So the interview that happened for me was via Skype. And I'm stressing on the word Skype because it's very, very important to know. I don't know whether the university is still following Skype. Is it the same for you guys? Or I'm not sure whether they're still following Skype or they changed the software. But what you need to know is that whichever software the interview is going to be on, be familiar with it. That's going to help you a lot. So for me, it was Skype, and I had made a Microsoft account back when I was a kid. And I forgot the password. Genius. So I had to make a new account and I did that. And then I had a call with my parents. I had a conversation with my mom just to get familiar with the Skype platform. And it helps a lot when you're familiar with the tool, because you never know what kind of problems that you might get during the interview. And it's always a better idea to be familiar with the tool that you're going to be using. Then make sure that you are in a well-illuminated room, have a decent camera and a good internet connection. Illuminated room and decent camera is really essential because they haven't seen you, right? They've just seen your CV and your profile and they are eager to meet you. They want to see you. And when they are able to see you clearly, your answers become a bit more effective and efficient. So try to have a decent camera and make sure that you have a light in front of you, not behind you, so that your face is well illuminated and they're able to see you clearly. Having a good internet connection, that goes without saying, right guys? Because for most of you, this might be your first international long call. So you might not be familiar with their accent or you might be a little bit nervous, and having a bad internet connection, which cuts the voice in the middle, are just going to make things much worse. So make sure that you have a good internet connection so that the voice does not break and you're able to have the interview smoothly. The next thing that I want to talk about is be presentable. I'm not saying wear branded clothes or a fancy expensive shirt. No, just be well groomed and presentable. If you have a formal shirt and a suit, then put it on. Your dress is not going to determine the outcome of the interview, but when you wear that shirt on, it makes you feel confident and it already makes you feel like you are a student of a reputed school. And that's the confidence that you need when you're attending an interview like this. The next important thing is know your CV thoroughly, guys, because they are going to question you from the nook and corner of your CV. Think about it. The only thing that they have about you is your CV and your statement of purpose. So make sure that you know your CV thoroughly each and everything about your CV, your extracurriculars that you have mentioned, the internships, the courses that you have done. You should be able to answer any question that they ask related to your CV without any hesitation and honestly. So, know your CV really well. So, my suggestion would be to make a small summary of the internships that you have done. I'm saying this because I got that question during my interview. So I had done a couple of internships, and the professor found one of the internships to be really interesting. So he started asking me a lot of questions about that particular internship. He asked me what was the work I did there, like what was the new things that I learned, how was it interesting, how can I use it in real world. So make a small summary of all the internships that you have done and think about what were the key learnings that you got from those internships, how useful were they, and how can you implement them in the future. And be honest. Now, if you did not have a management background, then the next probable question that you might face is that why are you changing your domain? Why are you entering into the business world? So be prepared for that answer and have a logical and honest explanation as to why you want to venture into the business world. What's that thing that motivates you or inspires you to enter into the world of business? And this will eventually lead to the next question, and that is, why did you choose ESCP? Why not any other university? Now, this is a really good question, and you can make a good impression here. Because when they ask this question, please, please don't say that it's the best university out there or because it has multiple campuses. No, don't do that, please. Because everyone is going to give the same answer, and it's kind of boring, right? So what I suggest you to do is visit the ESCP website. Try to find about the different clubs that exist in the university, what are the different societies, what are the different programs that ESCP offers. You can also check out the Instagram page of ESCP because they're very active and they post a lot of information about different activities that ESCP is being part of. So when they ask this question, you can give them a good answer and you can tell them that how these clubs or these activities will help you and your goals. Which brings me to the next question. They are definitely going to ask you about your future goals. And honestly, if your future goals are not clear yet, then tell them that. They're not going to judge you at all. You can tell them that you're interested in some domains like HR and marketing, but you're not sure which domain you want to pursue a career in. One of the main reasons why you want to study in ESCP is to learn about different domains of a business. And once you do that, you can choose which area to specialize in. And if you have already decided your career path, then that's really well and good. You can just go ahead and tell them that. Now, along the interview, they're also going to ask you what your passion is. And be careful what you would say here because they're definitely going to ask you questions related to that. For example, if you say that you're passionate about luxury brands, then they're going to ask you questions related to designers. If you say you're passionate about cooking, then they will definitely ask you questions related to, Michelin star hotels or, stuff related to cooking. In my case, they asked me what I was passionate about, and I told them that I'm really passionate about automobiles, which I really am. So when I told them that, the first few questions were very general. Why do you like them? Does it inspire you in any way? And gradually the questions became a bit more deeper. They asked me about different automotive brands. What did I like about that particular brand? What did I know about? How much do I know about the brand? Stuff like that. And then they asked me a question which I was not expecting. They asked me if I knew about some automobile related news or activity that's happening in Europe. Yes, Europe. I did not expect that question. Because I was really passionate about that, I knew what was happening in the automotive industry around the world. And it immediately occurred to me that the EICMA 2020 was going on in Italy. If you're not into cars and bikes, EICMA is a very, very popular bike show that happens every year. So I told them about that. They seemed to be satisfied with my answer. Now, towards the end of the interview, they will ask you if you have some questions for them. This is again a really good opportunity to clarify some of the doubts that have been going on in your mind. Do not ask them questions to which you can find the answers on their website. Don't do that. Ask them genuine questions that run in your mind. Ask them about the alumni, ask them about job fairs, different resources that ESCP offers, etc. Ask them stuff that you really want to know. So as far as I remember, that's pretty much it, guys. I covered all the topics that were related to the interview process. Just keep in mind that be truthful, be transparent, be motivated, and be confident. These are the four things that they are really concerned about. So that's all for this video, guys, and I hope this video is useful to at least some of the students out there. The least that you could do for me is like this video and please subscribe to my channel. Not only does it help me to grow, but it also motivates me to make more useful content for students out there. And it's free, it doesn't cost money. And if you want to know more about the campus life and student life in general, then feel free to check out my page on Instagram at TimWix. So that's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for making me a part of your day. All the best for your interview, and I will catch up with you all in the next one. Till then, goodbye.